Hello, it's been a while, but we're back to talk chatting shit about the cup that I actually don't know the name, can't remember the name, but Drew just said it, so Drew will tell us what the cup is.
Drew
Uh,
said shit Devon Cup. Does that count?
But it doesn't narrow it down, right? That's the problem.
It
How
was
is
the
everyone?
Metamorphosis Cup, isn't it?
The
Something like that.
Metamorpho.
Go with that. Metamorphic.
Metamorphosis. Yeah.
How are you both doing?
Living the dream.
Yeah, I'm awesome. I mean, what's not to be happy about? Matt said he'd never do chatting shit again. A new meta comes out. We're here doing chatting shit. And how many people owe me a tenner now because I said this would happen? Just pull you back in slowly.
So it's going to be a bit different tonight. We're not really going to talk about picks. We're going to just talk about it generally, right? So I've got a list of questions written down on the sheet of paper so I don't miss anything. And the first one is, Dan, why is this fun and how did you talk me back into it?
Okay, so Devon took their feedback from last season where they had a habit of just making everything about normal types. So what they did with this one was still made it all about normal types, but just threw a shitload of dragons in on top of it, and nothing that actually truly counters dragon properly. So yeah, what's fun about this cup and how they taught you into it? Dodrio. There you go.
One word.
Yeah, one word.
One word. Fair.
Yeah.
I think it strikes me that this is very similar to Devon Cups of old, and it's so clearly they're not going to change, right? And if I want to, like, it needs to be me that's going to change, right? This is like me talking to my therapist about my mother. It needs to be me that has to change, right? I understand this now. So perhaps now I'm more prepared to do so. I don't know. Uh, Drew, do you have anything any advice you can give me of how I can enjoy this more?
Um, Thank God you didn't play last season.
Well, I did a little bit
Yeah.
when I could play Heatran and Dragapult. I
Hey,
played a bit.
technically, Matt qualified for Worlds.
Well, I didn't get an invite, but
Yeah, but that's because you put out a video 3 weeks before the invites went out, going, "Why is Devon shit?" You don't get invited to the party if you call the host a dickhead, mate. That's not how it works.
I mean,
well,
yeah, like last season, not fun for me personally. I pretty much have said this season I'm not going to play Devon,
right,
but old habits die hard.
yeah,
So let's be honest, I'm no world famous PvP player, but if Devon want my spare time this season, this meta's got to be good. It's got to play nice. Um, I've not really looked at it, but yeah, it's kind of a one shot. If it works and I enjoy it, I'll give the second meta a go, and so on and so forth. And maybe they can redeem themselves, but yeah, jury's out on that one.
well, let's. One thing I wanted to start by about talking about was because so genuinely this time last week I had no idea that the dragon moves had all been reworked. Um, genuinely. So what do you guys think about the reworking of Dragon Breath, Dragon Tail, Dragon Claw? What do you think about those reworks and how will it impact this meta?
Ooh. So Dragon Breath, I think, is the most interesting one. More energy generation, however, less raw damage output. The Dragon Breath of old, the farm down scenarios. Now I think Dragon Breath obviously is a energy management fast move. Leaving yourself one or two short, getting to that move, you know, at game end and winning games that way. Whereas, like I said, like Dragon Breath in the old days, keep a shield, farm something down.
Mm.
You know, it just plays completely different now, in my opinion. Me and Dan have been playing Gym Breakers, and Gudra is very popular in that meta. So yeah, we've had a bit of experience with the new Dragon Breath. Um, I probably being an idiot have ran Shadow Charizard in GBL. But most people have been running Ember, as far as I'm aware. But I've been going down the Dragon Breath route, and yeah, I think it sparks
1 minute. Hang on a minute. You mean wing attack isn't the move of choice anymore?
probably like 2018. But yeah, no, I think the Dragon rework, aside from, should we say, the pack update, I'd say those two are my favorite updates from the kind of the move shuffle. So I know they're both involved to some degree in this meta, so it will be interesting.
Let's just stay on the Dragon
Yep.
Breath.
Yep.
Um, I think it plays better now.
Hmm.
Certainly with this meta, I think it's going to be interesting how people play this meta. But I joked very much like, oh, they just shoved a bunch of dragons in it. But I don't think dragons are going to be the defining thing on this. I think people will fall into that trap and they'll go, oh, Gyarados, oh, Regidrago. Yeah, let's go with them. I don't think that'll be the defining thing. I think it will be Peck, will be the defining move of this. I think there are other things around it and stuff like that. I think I've talked to you about it, Matt, and we'll probably touch on that later, of how I see this meta forming. Um, but Dragon Breath now plays much more like a proper move. It plays like Sidewave. It plays where you have to be intelligent with it. No one's just going double dragon and just being a dick.
Hmm.
They can try and do that, but they're gonna be found out quite quickly. And what was the meta where everybody just went Kingdra and I think it was Kingdra and Gyarados, and you were just like, oh, I'm fucking dead. Do you know what I mean? Because he just Dragon Breath you to shit, and that's not going to happen here, you know.
Yeah.
So
I I really like the Dragon move rebalances because it means like if you're running Dragon Breath or Dragon Tail with Dragon Claw, you're still probably doing a similar sort of damage output in total. Um, but you're less overwhelming immediately. So it makes the dragons less
Impressive is the
yeah,
word.
yeah. I was going to say toxic, but yeah, that
Yeah.
works as well. Um, but what it also does is it makes the pseudo dragons a lot better, right? Because let's take Gyarados for example. 14 turns to a crunch. It used to be. I think it's now 10 turns to a crunch. That makes it a much better generalist. Um, and I think you probably say the same across the board. Charizard, Lugia. Milotic's not in this, but it'll improve Milotic a lot as well, I suspect. Um, I know the three of us all have a different opinion on what the best dragon is here. Um, I'm gonna ask Drew for your opinion first because when I first what really made me laugh about this right was when I saw the rankings and I was like, how many years have I known Drew? And he said, oh, I really fancy Kingdra, and we laugh at him. Uh, but
It's legit.
it's legit. Go on.
It- so I think, check my phone, but I'm pretty sure Gyarados or Shadow Gyarados is rank 2. Yes, it is.
hmm
Indra's down at rank 6 as the Shadow.
hmm
I think when it comes to the end of the month, I think you will have Kingdra in that rank 2 slot effectively. I It's gonna be the Premier Dragon here. It's gonna be. I don't care what anyone says, like it's just gonna play like a beast.
Why?
It just it's just godlike. Like it's got more bulk than Gary,
Yeah.
so it's
mhm.
gonna hit. If I don't know why, but I'm thinking it's got Swift now as well.
hmm
Yeah, does.
You can go Octazooka and Swift, or you can go Outrage Swift. Historically, it's always been Outrage and Octazooka. You know what's being thrown at you. I'm not saying Swift is going to win you games, but it can certainly change things in different scenarios. And I just think everyone really knows how to play Gary. Gary's Frau. I mean,
But not just hold on. Not really comparing it to Gary. let's compare it to, say, Dragonair might use in the way things used to be. Dragonair might have been typically the best dragon. What makes Kingdra better than Dragonair, for example?
I mean, it just is better.
It just is better.
Except it loses too.
But just because something, as you've all told
I mean, if we're gonna say this,
Yeah.
Kingdra loses to Gyarados, loses to Gudra, loses to Dragonair, loses to Regidrago.
Okay,
I'm just
going to check that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it without having it up in front of me, mate. So, loses to Shadow Dragonair, Gyarados, loses to Altaria.
I mean, okay.
Do you know what? Do you know what it really gets fucked by?
Go on.
Dodrio.
Hey.
Hey, I'm out.
Just to be clear here, we're not joking about Dodrio. If I played this, I am 100% running Dodrio.
Oh, it's legit.
Yeah,
It is absolutely legit.
I mean, I'm looking at obviously should we say, the battle matrix off the rankings, which is as far as more I've done in the one scenario.
Yeah.
Right. So even ones.
Are you looking at Shadow or because we were talking Shadow?
Yeah. Sorry, I am looking at Shadow, the ranks, whatever it is. So in the ones, you're losing to Vespa Queen, you're losing to Mew, you're losing to the legendary Lunatone, which me and Matt have discussed separately. You're losing to Togekiss. You're losing, as you said, Dan, losing to Dragonair, Shadow, and you're losing to Drampa. You're tying with regular and Shadow Kingdra.
Oh, I had it the wrong way around. I had the rankings the wrong way around.
Everything else you're beating. Like,
Were you losing to Shadow Dragonair?
yeah,
To
but
fuck off.
yeah, but we're not in 2021, 2020. When was Shadow Dragonair good or Dragonair in general good?
Dragonair has always been good and will always be good. Shadow Dragonair is one of them things of beauty. And actually, do you know what? Actually, it's a little bit of a beautiful Pokemon, really. It was very well designed, looks good, and it plays good. It's always played good. Do you know what I mean?
Way back in Kingdom Cup, which was month 3 of competitive Pokemon on Pokemon Go. Dragonair, you could double Dragon it with Altaria. Dragonair was good back then.
Mm.
It's still,
and it's like Altaria's just gone up and down and up and down and up and down. Dragonair's actually stayed a quite consistent force all the way through.
Yeah. I think with Dragonair, when it's been good, but kind of like when it can't really, it's not one of those mons that can get into a meta, force its way in. It's either good or it's not, kind of thing. Yeah. There's certain mons with move coverage, etc., that can change things. Like, with Dragonair now, like you've got obviously Dragonair's got Body Slam from memory.
Yeah. You use Wrap and Aqua Tail.
Yeah, that's what PvP Poke's got, but Body Slam got a buff, remember?
Doesn't Wrap have a
Wrap's got the guaranteed debuff on Deef, I want to say. So yeah, if you're like a debuff whore like myself, then yeah, you might go Wrap.
But Dragonair's never been weak as shit. It's never been weak as shit. It's not like Kingdra where it carries a secondary weakness. And it's got bulk, it's sturdy. It's actually a very good safe swap because really the only things that are truly fucking it are Ice and Fairy. And even then it's holding its own to a certain degree.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't like to steal either, but
I mean, the fairies nowadays, or should we say the good ones, aren't running. Well, actually, Charm's out of rework, so Charm, again, a bit like Dragon Breath, is nowhere near as oppressive as it used to be. So that's a whole new.
Well, let's move on. I'm not hearing a real argument about Kingdra apart from just it beats this, and this. It's not. It's not really.
All right, I will do one tournament. I will run Kingdra. Let's see how I do with it, and we'll call me in next month.
Dan, I'm hoping you can give me a better reason about your favorite dragon.
So, my favorite dragon for this cup is Pokédex. I hope this is right. 780.
I forgot we did this. I haven't looked mine up.
It's not.
What? Drampa.
No, it's not Drampa. Drampa's too far down.
No, Dramper's 780, I'm sure. Let me.
Oh, it's got to be Gudra? No,
No, no, no, no.
that's how we're all
I
getting on.
hope I hope I'm fucking right. Yeah, I'm fucking right. 780. Bosh! Um, is
Are you
Dramper.
allowed to say Bosch in England anymore? Hasn't that been?
I'm in Scotland. We can say what the
Okay.
fuck we want, mate. We can say what the fuck we want. Put a bit of bucky down you, wear a kilt, and get fighting. Um, um, Dramper. Now, let's not forget, it's cool as fuck. To be fair, it looks cool as fuck. That's always good. It's unusual. It's never had its moment in the sun, but I actually think the normal coverage here actually gives it a bit of nice niche. It just gives us a little bit extra protection and neutrality in different things. Move wise, I think here you are looking at Swift and it's Dragon Claw, isn't it?
Swift and Dragon Pulse.
Dragon Pulse. Well,
Or
Dragon
Fly.
Pulse is well,
Or
you could go fly. You could go fly. And I think certainly if you're playing Gym Breakers, this actually might be quite fun because you can have that option between that. But I do think you'd go Dragon Pulse here just because of the sheer amount of dragons. And Dragon Pulse, what is it? It's 14 to get to. It's not that bad, So, um, yeah, has some nice wins. Doesn't shit the bed against Dodrio, so that's really good. That's like always a win. Um, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that's a mega win. Yeah. Um, what I did find here was you had things like Driftblim that had a
Mm.
nice little niche place because of the icy winds, because of how much Hex does to people nowadays. It's Hex, isn't it? Driftblim, or is it Astonish? It's
Gosh.
Hex. Astonish.
Oh, astonished. Yeah, fair. Yeah.
Okay. They're both actually really good now, to be
Oh, no,
honest.
sorry, I do apologize, Dan. It is Hex on PvP.
Yeah, I thought it was Hex. Um, it gets there quite quick and it's nice and it's so the fact it doesn't shit the bed to Drifblim is a real advantage here, as a lot of the dragons will shit the bed there straight away. And yeah, I just think with its normal typing, it stands a better chance than say having a water typing or having a flying typing like Altaria or something like that. So when you compare it to the Gyarados and Altaria matches, it's gonna be good. Another one is Jellicent doesn't shit all over it as well.
Yeah.
So
Any response to that, Drew, before I tell you why you're both wrong?
Um, I mean, I, s- I still think other dragons will do a job against Driftblim. I can see why Dan's obviously gone for the resistance with the normal typing versus the ghost typing, but I I just don't think your dragons are going to be used for tackling Driftblim in the first place. I can see why if you get yourself in a bit of a, should we say, shit spot, yeah, you've got Drampa can do a bit for you, but no, I wouldn't want to use my dragon spot on that. I think two, maybe three dragons before Drampa in this, in my
what?
yep.
Really?
I think between us, I think we've got the top three here. I will say so. I prefer Dramper to King. I like Kingdra as well, but I can't pin down, and this has been my issue with a lot of the Devon metas. I just can't pin down what Kingdra does. It's just there, and it's sort of this. Um,
It's a pain in the ass, isn't it? Like,
yeah, but that isn't an answer as to what it does. It's there to be beaten or to beat something. Dramper, like Dan said, has the normal type in, right? To issue to give jealous and driftblim issues. And
Before you say yours, please let it be Salamanders that you're going to say.
no, it's not. It's not as interesting. It's not as interesting. It's Gudra. Um,
oh,
yeah, it's not as interesting. I also really like Tyrant. I think rock typing here is excellent. That's why I also like Tyrant a hell of a lot. But Gudra, Thunder Punch
I
being
suppose because, yeah, I was just about to say I'd not really taken into account that Thunder Punch.
yeah,
And everything fucking flies here.
yeah, yeah. And especially
Everything.
what beats your dragons? Your
Yeah.
Gyarados, your
I know
Turtwig, your Lugia.
So, yeah. Yeah. You're hitting a lot of thunder punches on a Lugia to knock it down, mate.
Oh yeah,
It's a lot of fucking thunder
yeah.
punches from the
But
Kudra.
being able to force Gyarados to shield is
Yeah.
because like it will just drop. There's a world in which Gyarados doesn't shield a Swift from Drampa or
Mm.
or whatever it is that
There
Kingdra
ain't a world. There ain't a world where it doesn't shield a thunder punch. It
no
just doesn't exist.
no.
And you're also hitting the Jellicents. You're hitting so much shit with that.
Mm. And one thing I will say about both your picks and the 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 quick charge move is both normal type,
Mhm.
and that's going to put you in a real awkward spot against Jellicent and Drifblim. Even though you are a normal type with Drampa, it's still going to make things awkward for you.
Gudra only beats Lugia in the zeros.
That's fine. I've got plenty of other things to beat Lugia. That's not an issue. It's
He
Gyarados.
says this because he knows that I'm 100% running Lugia.
Listen, I'd love to run Lugia myself. I said to you, I think was it I said to you, Drew. I'll play this as long as I can find a team that is fun to play that doesn't get fucked by A, B, and C. And
Yeah.
Lugia is a mon that would be fun to play, but unfortunately, it's too much getting fucked by A, B, and C.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying I'm saying the Thunder Punch and Kudra is good. I actually really struggle to see the need for Aqua Tail, and so I would consider running Draco Meteor here as well as a second move, just as a fuck you button to anything,
Yeah,
right? Um,
yeah,
I,
it's a good full Q button.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know how much you're going to press it with Thunder Punch being as good as it is against this meta, but something like Grass Flying type.
oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Dartrix.
No. But whichever grass flying type you're against, Thunder Punch isn't super effective, and they're all bulky. Whether it's
Mm.
Dartrix, whether it's Jumpluff, whether it's Tropius, even like,
Sludge Wave.
oh, that's not a bad shout either. That's a really decent shout.
Or
It's
if you
not. It's not as fun as Draco
No,
Meteor,
it's
though,
not,
is
is
it?
it? It's not the fuck you button. It's not the fuck you button.
It's not a big beep.
you could do like a meme month, like when you used to do your Sylph recaps. And
Mm.
what you could do is you could run muddy water on it and see how many people over the course of a month you get to shield muddy water baits.
Hey, well, Gyarados would have to shield it.
I mean, it's not going to win you tournaments, but hell, it'd be fun. And you get to mock people.
Yeah. But this is the interesting thing, right? Like, it's got Thunder Punch is fine here, regardless of what. So you can faff about with that second move. Your guys' dragons don't have that. Like, you have to run Swift. You have to run Swift and Outrage on Kingdra. You have to run like
I mean, you could run Fly, and I just think Swift's a good enough move, to be honest. I
yeah.
think it's got, it does a reasonable amount of damage against a lot of different things. But you could run Fly and Dragon Pulse on Jumper.
Do you know what? I looked at it. I think if I was running Drampa, I think I'd run Fly Dragon Pulse on Drampa.
Okay.
So, but I don't think it's a good idea, which is why I'm not doing it.
When we talked about just because we're talking about electric types there and things like that, I looked at Mew quite a bit. And I looked at Mew with Volt Switch originally.
Mm.
I did look at it for mainly because my Mew still has Volt Switch on it, and yeah, Gym
Yeah.
Breaker's in it. Gym Breaker's in it. You know what I mean? TM's are delicate things. Yeah, I don't think you want to give up the pace. That's the problem with Mew. I think there's enough stuff that hurts it quickly
Yeah.
that you don't want to give up that pace to go in with Volt Switch. So that might be a really good, with what you're saying, might be a really good way to get an electric move in, which there isn't many.
No. Well, we'll come to Hypno later.
God, poor pal.
We'll come to Hypno later. While we're on the subject of dragons and Dragon Breath and Dragon Tail, do you want to tell us a bit about Lugia, Dan? I know that is one of your favorites. Like, what can you make the case for Lugia rather than Gyarados as your main versatile anti-dragon?
Um, Lugia just does wonderful things. It does well against most of the normal types. Beats most of all the dragons, I think. Now
You'd
they've
hope
added
so.
flight. What?
You'd
Yeah,
hope so.
now they've added fly to it.
Hmm.
It's just changed it so much. It's so actually so much versatile, and Aeroblast just kills everything. It's just one of them moves that hurts everything. Luke is a flying tank. It always has been before the likes of Mandibles came out and stuff like that, which is a flying tank as well. And Mandibles is the Umbreon of the skies. Lugia was really Mon for doing this. What I think about Lugia now, especially more than ever, is there's an availability issue with Lugia. I was speaking to a player. I play in a tournament called STT, which is for people who don't know, is a really good tournament that just tags teams people together, and you go through fun metas and doing different things. And I was talking to a competitor about Lugia, and they said how did everyone get one? How did people have one? Because they don't even play in a year. And I look at the player base now, especially the player base in Devon, and we've joked about it. It's like, who the fuck are these people? Do you know what I mean? Was Riblet even alive when Lugia was out, in research? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
um, and do these people have a Lugia? Have they ever come up against one? Do they even know what? It's been a long time since it was meta relevant. Do they
Hmm.
even know how to behave against it? Do they know that two Thunder Punches is going to do fuck all? It's just going to bounce off the sides. And by the time that Gudra's got to the third Thunder Punch, you've actually Dragon Tailed the shit out of it. You know, unless you're going to be a mad lad and run extra sensory as your bat move, because it's an option.
It's a bad one, but it's an option. Yeah.
um, so that's why I think, and I probably am going to run Lugia. I'm going to be a bastard and run Double Dragon, but not actual real dragons. I'm going to have Dramper and Lugia and just go, fuck you.
There'll be bastards like that run Quad Dragon.
I, I
Yeah.
I don't think running a dragon and then a Lugia and Gyarados is a bastard play. Like I think that's reasonable. I think I think running a Gyarados or a Lugia or even a Charizard is kind of wholly reasonable here. I don't think that's a bastard play at all. And I think I from what I can work out here, your dragon has to beat your flyer, right? Your dragon should be beating uh Dodrio and Mantine and the bulky flyers. Like you really want dragon, which is another reason why I like Thunder Punch on. Like for me, that's the main purpose of the dragons here. So there isn't much else that does that apart from um, Luminatone, which again is another reason why I like Tyrant in the dragon slot. So I don't think running a dragon and a Lugia makes you a bastard at all. I think running three dragons or two dragons and two anti dragons is a slightly bastard play, but I think it's quite honestly, I think it's a silly play given that Togekiss is legit here to some extent as well. So I think it puts you in a bad spot to do that.
Mm.
It is legit. I get to run a ferry this meta and not be called Degen.
I like Togekiss here. I like Togekiss. I also like uh, I just like Gardevoir as well, but we'll perhaps come to that we'll perhaps come to that a bit later. Um,
Yeah. I mean, again, it's Charms banned in this matter, so it's not like I think people's problems with Gardevoir came from Shadow Gardevoir when it first came out and just running it
yeah,
with Charm, and it just two hits and your fighter was gone, and you didn't know what the fuck you were doing because the switch clock was 60 seconds anyway. And yeah, it's not as bad as it used to be, and certainly, well, in this matter, it's banned, so I don't think Confusion really has the same sort of damage output.
Uh,
especially with there being a lot of bulky psychic types about.
Mm.
yeah, I mean, Confusion does hit like a truck now, and like, well, it's always hit like a truck, but you've got the faster energy generation now.
Yeah.
Um,
But
it's
if you were caught with, say, a confusion user, say, Hypno,
yeah, all
hit,
right. Yeah,
Hypno in there, actually, do you know what? There's plenty of sidekicks that can deal with it. You've got Grumpy that'll just fuck it up in minutes.
Mm.
Absolutely annihilate it. So
Yeah, Orangaroo's always a solid hypno answer. You,
Mojo.
yeah.